everyone. In this video, we will be solving compound inequalities. This is the first part. I will put the link of the second part in the description box below. In this part, we will be focusing specifically on and or inequalities. Before we jump into this example that we have here, let's have a review on inequality first. We remember that if we have a greater than or equal to or less than or equal to inequality symbol, we use the solid circle or we're going to use the bracket. Greater than or less than, we use the open circle or we use the parentheses. So pretty much if we have a bar underneath the inequality, we are going to use the solid circle. And if we don't have a bar underneath the inequality, we are going to use the open circle. Let's take this first example right here. So we are supposed to solve 2x less than equal to negative 6 or negative 3x plus 1 less than negative 5. So we have an or case for these compound inequalities. So what are we going to do here is we are pretty much just going to solve each of these two inequalities separately. So let's start with the one on the left side. So we are supposed to have x by itself on the left side here. So then we can go ahead and divide both sides by 2. So I will divide this by 2 here, divide this by 2. So I can have x by itself on the left side so that I can cross the 2 out. So I'm left with x is less than or equal to negative 3. So this is the first inequality, and I can go ahead and sketch the graph of this inequality down here. So since we say that this one has a bar underneath, so then we're going to use a closed circle, and that's going to be on negative 3. So I'm going to use a closed circle on negative 3, and then the arrowhead is directed to the left. So I'm going to go ahead and write an arrowhead that is directed to the left. Again, it goes all the way to negative infinity, and then this one right here was negative 3. Now let's have the other equation. So what are we going to do here is we're going to have again x by itself on the left side. So then I'm going to subtract 1 to both sides, minus 1. So then I am left with, I can cross this out first, so that's a negative 3x less than negative 6. Now what I'm going to do is I need to have x by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3, divide this by negative 3. And please remember, when multiplying or dividing a negative to an inequality, always switch the direction of the inequality sign right here. So that if we divide this, we can cross this out. So we are left with x is greater than, that's going to be negative 6 divided by negative 3 is a positive 2. Again, we always switch the inequality sign if we're dividing a negative. So instead of going to the left, the arrowhead is going to the left, I switch it to directed to the right. So then I can go ahead and graph this. It's going to be an open circle on 2 since there's no bar underneath. So that's going to be open circle on 2 right here, but it's positive 2. And then the arrowhead is directed to the right. So then I go ahead and draw a line directed to the right. And then please remember that this one right here is on 2. And then this one is going to positive infinity. So this is the solution in graph form or in graphical form. Now let's have the solution in interval notation, because that's what it says here. It has to have both graphical and interval notation as a solution. So we can say that this part right here is not a solution in between these two circles. So then we can go ahead and write this as parenthesis, and then it goes to negative 3. And I'm going to use a bracket for it because that's a closed circle. And then the other one is, it starts on 2. And then I use a parenthesis for it since that's an open circle. And then it goes all the way to positive infinity. And if it's infinity, we always use the parentheses. So then from here, we can go ahead and write this symbol right here because it's actually a combination of these two branches, or the solution to this inequality is actually a combination of these two branches. So we can go ahead and write the letter U. This letter U in math means it's union. So union means it's a combination of the solution that is directed to the left, and then it's union, or it's like a combination of the one that is directed to the right. So union means it's like a combination. So it's a combination of these two solutions. So again, this is our solution in interval notation, and this is our solution in graphing form. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so in this problem that we have here, we have an AND inequality. So again, it's pretty much the same thing, just like that of an OR. We are going to solve each of these inequalities separately. So let's start with the one on the left side first. So that is 2x minus 1 less than equal to 3. So then I want x by itself on the left side. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides plus 1. So then we can go ahead and cross out the 1. We're left with 2x is less than equal to 4. So then from here, we are going to divide both sides by 2. Divide this by 2 so we can cross this out. We're left with x is less than or equal to 2. So this is the one that we graph down here. So it's going to be a closed circle on 2. Again, it's closed circle because there's bar underneath. So that's on 2. It's going to be a closed circle. So that's a closed circle on 2. The arrowhead is directed to the left. So it's directed to the left. And then we remember that this one is going to infinity. And then this one is on positive 2. So then from here, we go ahead and solve the other inequality. So again, we want x by itself on the left side. We add 4 to both sides. So then we can go ahead and cross the 4 out. We're left with negative x is less than, that's gonna be 5. Okay. So we're left with negative x less than 5. Now since we want a positive x here, so we can go ahead and divide this by a negative 1. Divide this by a negative 1, or you can also multiply this by a negative 1. That should be, it doesn't really matter. We remember that when multiplying or dividing a negative to an inequality, we always switch the direction of the inequality. So then from here, I can cross out the negative and the negative. So we're left with a positive x, but we have to switch it because I divided it with a negative. So that would be greater than negative 5, because you have a negative 5 divided by negative 1 is a negative 5. And this is the one that we draw on the graph over here. So it's going to be an open circle on negative 5. So open circle on negative 5. And then the direction of the arrow is going to the right. So I'm going to draw an arrow directed there. From here, we can go ahead and say that the solution to this inequality is actually the one in the middle between these two circles. So all of these numbers that are in between this circle, including positive 2, but excluding negative 5, would be a solution to both of these. Now, we are going to determine the solution. This is the solution in graph form. Now, let's have the solution in interval notation. So, we start with the leftmost part. Remember, this is at negative 5. Although it goes all the way. Now, others are going to say, oh, but then this one right here is directed to the right. So, that means it goes all the way to infinity. Yes, it goes all the way to infinity here. And it goes all the way to infinity on the other side. But we are looking for solution. Solution means where are these two graphs intersect. So they are intersecting in the middle because this one is going that way. So it goes all the way to infinity to the left, and this one is going to infinity to the right, but then we're looking for the intersection. That means where are they overlapping? So these two lines are actually overlapping on this part right here. So then the interval notation for this would be parentheses -5. Again, this is a parentheses because this is an open circle. And then that's gonna be all the way to 2, and it's gonna be a bracket because that's a closed circle. Again, this is our solution in interval notation, and this is our solution in graph form. Did you get the same answers as this? Good, perfect. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!